Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the Dota Pit League Season 2. It is the beginning of the league. We've got, of course, our second game between VP.Polar and Sneaky Nick's Assassins. A first game already went down. It was one of the best games we've seen in some time, especially with Illidan on that Medusa, picking up that Divine Rapier. If you missed it, you missed a good one. Although we are going to jump into game number 2 here in just a second. The draft's already underway. Again, thanks for joining us. My name is Mont. With me today is Tweetus. How you doing, man?
Reserve time.
That first game was ridiculous.
It was crazy. It was nuts. It was all over the place.
VP pulled a great game off, and that deciding fight with the double Ravage and the triple buyback from Sneaky Nick's Assassins, DK Phobos just used Fog to its full advantage, ran around on the side, and got in on all of the clustered up heroes from Sna before they could react with BKBs or anything to the Ravage. And they just burned through an Aegis.
Radiant team pick.
Ush couldn't even get his cheese off in time. That was extremely well executed from VP.
Dire team
It was just really, I thought for sure, at least before that Divine Rapier was picked up, that there was absolutely no way that VP.Polar were going to be able to pull that one out. But we kind of made a choice. Oh my god! Alright. I don't even know what to talk about anymore because there's a Magnus and Medusa in this game. It's not picking up the Brewmaster, but that's not the important thing. That's awesome, Godlike. You're great. You're just great.
Well, Magnus got buffed this patch.
Yes.
Just because Empower doesn't get removed when you BKB anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That is such a huge deal. Medusa's, is that the new flavor of the month? I think it might be.
It is.
Yeah. It might start to be. Illidan played great last game, and if you're Sna, you have to look at that Medusa pick and go, okay, we can't let that happen again. We have to get something that can go aggressive against Medusa and put some pressure on him early. They were the ones to ban out Skywrath, so they can't pick him and have a really strong aggressive tri-lane. So they have to look for other heroes that they can pull off a good aggressive tri-lane with something like Ancient Apparition, for example.
Yeah. We see a lot of Venge too, I think, in this patch, especially. I'm not sure if that really works in this situation, but I think it's not a bad choice. Especially with armor reduction, the way it is right now, and just how good it is, especially getting a medallion and being Sneaky Nick's Assassins, they like to do that. If they send the Brewmaster aggressive, that can work out too, but more than likely TC plays in mid like he always does, so...
The only time I've seen Sneaky Nick's Assassins go aggressive, they had a Wraith King Brewmaster in Potom tri-lane, and it didn't work out for them.
Well, this is gonna be a fun one to say the very least. And again, Sneaky Nick's Assassins, they could potentially lose this one. They could draw it up and take it 1-1. But VP.Polar with that win, they've already put themselves in a pretty good position here. So, again, though, this is not going to be our last match of the day. We will have, I believe, coming up next, Hellraisers versus Denial, and that'll be at about 21:30 CEST. For those of you watching, we've got one game to get through first. And should be a good one, although a lot of reserve time being used already. Sneaky Nick's Assassins, they go for the anti-mage. They go the complete opposite direction of what you were thinking.
And he's like, alright, let's get anti-mage and burn the Medusa's mana. That's surprising to see it picked this early. The Medusa I can understand from VP because they're sitting there, Goblik, saying, okay, we just crushed them with Medusa. They don't know how to play against it. So we're going to pick it so they don't ban in the second ban phase. Sneaky Nick's Assassins, they're afraid of Scandal playing Clinks, so that was used up in their first ban phase instead of Medusa. They did not see a first phase Medusa coming out.
That came out of nowhere, man. I mean, I guess if it doesn't, if it's good.
Yeah, I can definitely see why Medusa was picked in the first phase of this game. I can't see why Anti-Mage was picked in the first phase. Are they afraid of VPP banning out something like Void Anti-Mage because Void is a popular hero right now and he's just a good carry in general, good team fighter. But I don't think they would have banned out Anti-Mage. I put it at like a less than 1% chance that Anti-Mage gets banned out in the second phase.
Last game is what I'm curious about. I'm not sure.
5 seconds remaining.
Well,
I think by the time they picked Medusa in the last game, they picked it 4th, I believe, and Sneaky Nick's Assassins only had a carry pick left. It might have been their 5th ban, VPP's 5th ban. I'm not 100%.
Well, this is interesting. An interesting choice.
Yeah.
I do want to also point out we do have a stats man joining us for today. It is that Phage guy. He's been, of course, High Ground TV's resident stats man. Check him out over on Twitter at twitter.com/thatphageguy. And actually, Mike just tweeted about this draft. He's literally in the draft and he tweets about it. He actually has a picture of the draft already up on Twitter because why not? You know, at this point,
this is an interesting draft.
I mean, I guess there's no reason not to. But, yeah, hold on. Apparently, my mic is being finicky. It might be your mic too.
No, it's mine that was echoing you. I talked to Fog to try to get it fixed, and he gave me an idea. If it's echoing you, that's something with my settings. Which... Okay.
Reserve time. 5 seconds remaining.
Alright, I don't know. I have no idea then. Listen.
Voice volume, putting that to 0 fixes it.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna change some more settings around. We do have a Rubik pick coming out. Sneaky Nick's Assassins have literally no reserve time, so if they're gonna start randomly pretty soon. They will pick up the Rubik. Puck now picking up the VP.Polar. Pretty similar draft from what they had in the last game. This time a Magnus choice here coming out. This could be good for them, so we'll have to see how things turn out.
Rubik is a pretty good pickup against Magnus. It's not too terribly hard to steal RP. Once Rubik gets a blank, he can steal it blank RP VPP. With the puck pickup from VP, they can Magnus offlane or Magnus spin. Puck's playing the other lane that Mag's not in.
They've got a lot of choices here, that's the thing.
Pretty sure it's going to be a Scandal Puck again, and DK is going to play offlane Mag.
Yeah, and I'm totally down for that. They don't really have kill potential on Magnus, I don't think, anyway, with a Rubik Ancient Age. Maybe with an Ancient Apparition they have a bit more, but this is, again, going the opposite direction of what we talked about, which is, putting pressure on this Medusa early on and shutting her down. But I don't know if there's any real way to shut down this Medusa.
And there's a Shadow Demon to back Medusa up and make even more Medusa images. Or make Anti-Mage images.
That's just gross to think about.
Shadow Demon was an amazing pick in this game. It's so good with Medusa, and it's so good against Anti-Mage.
It really is. It just makes sense here. Obviously, Illusion's coming out with Mana Burn, pretty nice to have. So, we'll have to see how things go. They do ban up the Nick's Assassins. They also ban up the Kid with the Light, by the way, which is interesting. You don't see that too often, but I guess whatever works.
Yep, Coddle is still good in aggressive tri-lanes. They did not want to get aggressive.
No.
And have like a safe lane Anti-Mage plus an aggressive tri-lane with Anti-Mage versus Magnus.
10 seconds remaining.
Which with Magnus is extremely low mana pool early on, Anti-Mage could probably do really well in that matchup.
We'll have to see how this goes. And we're on a ban that coming out for Sneaky Nick's Assassins. VP.Polar, they've got one more pick here. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's gotta be support at this point. You already have the Shadow Demon. They go for the Ogre Magi.
They're giving Medusa steroids this game. Magnus buff and Ogre buff. Oh
yeah,
boy.
They're putting all the eggs in the Medusa basket. It worked in the last game, why not go for it this game?
Yeah, and now they're really going for all their eggs in the Medusa basket. Their two other cores of the Medusa are huge team fighters. And they've got 2 amazing buffs for Medusa, and they've got Shadow Demon Disruption for Medusa.
Can you imagine just like an RP into a Medusa, like split shot with like Bloodlust and Power on her, and like just give her the Disruption as well, like the Soul Catcher. It's just so much damage coming out from VP.Polar. If they hit a good team fight, they're going to be able to obliterate everybody. But Sneaky Nick's Assassins pick up the Templar Assassins with their last pick. Something that we see a lot of play, but maybe not necessarily a lot of Sna.
That's going to be TC playing TA mid, and TA is really good against Puck, so what does VP do? They put Magnus mid. Scandal's playing Mag and they're putting Puck off lane.
Well, we'll have to see how this goes. I mean, we can sneak into Assassins. They're staring down the barrel of a 2-0 deficit here, losing their first map essentially in the Dota Pit League Season 2 ticket. Of course, we do have a big prize pool going the way of the winner of this one, but it can be increased with the Dota ticket. It's in the Dota storage. Go ahead and check it out. Of course, we are here on twitch.tv/DotaPit as well, if you're interested. And we are going to jump into the game, so we've got some time here. I mean, again, this is Medusa. This could be a long one, as we're waiting to get underway here. Our second game today. But I'm excited, man. This is a damn good draft.
Absolutely ridiculous. Definitely a breath of fresh air into the metagame whenever there's a new patch, because teams are trying to figure out strategies, and you see heroes that you haven't seen in a long time.
I mean, like, this is godlike in a nutshell. I think so.
Yep.
It's exciting.
And even Sna this game is picking heroes that they don't normally pick. Like Rubik, TA, Anti-Mage,
yeah.
Those are heroes that you don't see too often. Ancient Apparition comes up every once in a while, and Brewmaster is a consistent ban or pick hero.
We're getting to that point, 6.82B, where everything's starting to get shifted around here. And if there's one person that's going to make sure that the metagame is shifted, it's going to be the great drafter himself. It's going to be godlike. But one thing I want to talk about is this is an offlane Brewmaster, which I think you discussed in the draft, but this is something you don't see too often for IX Mike 88. This is not one of his go-to heroes. Maybe you'll see a Void, maybe you'll see a Centaur, Tide Hunter, you know, a couple other heroes in this pool, but Brewmaster's certainly not one that I see too often.
I've seen him play it a bunch.
Not
Not necessarily in matches. In matches, it's almost always TC taking up the Brewmaster, but he does practice it in his own in-house league.
Yeah, ICL.
Meanwhile,
NEL, so.
VP ran 5 heroes to bottom lane at the start of the game just so they can block the Radiant jungle and make it a lot more difficult for Nyx to get their pulls off. And Nyx, if you look at the heroes, they don't have sentries. They got boots on Whitebeard this game, so they can try to initiate on Puck. Good positioning from Whitebeard getting that deny on the Illusion Rune bottom.
That's just a smart little play that comes out. They're running 2 heroes. They might send the bottom. They have to reduce the top earlier than they did this last game, I think, for at least a little bit. They just kind of sent it towards the off lane. Just kept him there. But this is going to be... They want to put pressure on us, and I think if they can get some kills, they can certainly just start balling out of control. But again, this is going to be a game where we're going to see probably 20 to 30 minutes without, you know, any huge plays or... You know, any ridiculous tier 3 character.
I'm not going to say that after last game. Last game started getting crazy and I thought it was still going to be farming for a little while.
Yeah, that's true. Something we'll have to keep our eyes on, but... I don't know, I just feel like, especially with an anti-mage in this game, it could take a while for things to get going. However, with that being said, some introductions going underway. VP.Polar, the winners of the first game. VP.Polar was playing the Puck, the farming hero in this lane. Godlike on the Ogre Magi. Lilo will be on the Shadow Gate. Mid lane is going to be Scandal playing the Magnet, so a bit different than what we thought. TC getting harassed down by Scandal as well. Top lane is going to be Ilden again on Medusa. Ice Mike, your off lane Brewmaster to Sna. We'll see CC on your Templar Assassin. Whitebeard on your Rubik roaming towards the mid lane. Fluff on your Ancient Apparition, and Us is playing your Anti-Mage. So they're actually doing really well in this lane down bottom. They really can't get close for sneaking Nyx Assassins. They can't get any farm. Whitebeard's going to roam on Scandal. He has telekinesis. Can't get in range to pop it just yet. He does his boost speed, so we will catch up to Scandal here. Right, him down a bit, but not going for the kill. So just harassing him out of the lane.
I've been sneaking Nyx Assassins said, okay, we can't do anything bottom, so we're going to send our Rubik roaming around. He's going to put pressure on the Medusa, so Medusa isn't free farming at the same time.
And Viper's going to head top. Golden is, well, he's getting wrapped on currently. He does have this ward though, so he knows this is happening. He's going to walk right into Whitebeard. Right quick some ones, but Whitebeard not taking that much damage, and he just backs away. He does have Slap, it is only level 1, however. Bouncing up with it for Lil. He's going to walk to the high ground where Fluff can see him clearly. Lil is just going to maybe throw up his disruption if he wants to. We're just going to zone him back out. So this is the problem now for Nyx Assassins. They're not getting any farm on us in this bottom lane, like at all. They're starting to get farm for Ix Mike in the top lane. They really are going to try to shut down Medusa, and I think that's important. And Illidan, if they can bring him down this game, they can certainly get a victory here. And TC, I think, is going to be the biggest factor coming out for Nyx Assassins. If you can get involved in a lot of kills early, then all of a sudden this game becomes a bit more difficult for VP.Polar, whereas they're already pretty much winning every lane. Down bottom though, Us getting caught out, they're going to use the Illusion Orb. Godlike already fire blasted. Easy thing for Us though. Level 2, he's not going to get caught out. There was no disruption for Lil, so he wasn't even there at the time.
Well, Whitebeard is sitting top, trading extremely aggressively on Illidan.
Yeah, this is very scary. Fluff was actually coming in as well. Whitebeard maybe could have gotten that kill. He had telekinesis up in 1 second, but Illidan backs away. And realizing they have this ward.
He knew exactly where Fluff was, because when Fluff was over around the top rune area, creeps gave vision of him and he got pinged out by Lil. So they knew that Fluff was rotating up, and he knew he could sit there and trade until he saw him in the Observer ward.
And this is what they need to do, I think, against VP.Polar. I mean, Illidan's already going back home right now, which is very important. Again, you can always get back into the game with Medusa. You have that farming ability, but this is what I think they should have done from the word go. And now they're starting to be aggressive a bit more. But this leaves us in the bottom lane getting not much. He has 5 last hits, so that's more than maybe you expect, but it's still pretty bad.
It's a hard game for the Anti-Mage right now. Not as hard for the Medusa, because he at least got the first couple of waves.
Which reminds me of a game where Navi was played against Shadows in the past, where Sneaky flying Anti-Mage, he got literally no farm. He had 2 deaths in 20 last hits at the 20-minute mark, or 10-minute mark rather, and he still was able to carry his game at about 30 minutes in, just by getting Battle Fury through sheer willpower alone. So, I mean, for us, it's just don't die since in this bottom lane, and maybe someday it'll be your Battle Fury.
Now, Snod doesn't know what to do with their supports. They sent them top, and then VP supports rotated up there. They're starting to send Whitebeard back to bottom lane right now, but VP is gonna see this, and they'll probably send their supports back down to Puck. Their cores in top and bottom are actually able to get stuff when their supports are gone, whereas Brewmaster isn't able to get too much alone other than experience, and Anti-Mage is the same thing, not getting too many creep kills. Meanwhile, the support levels, if you look at the EXP per minute, it's absolutely terrible for Snod. Their support's getting very under-leveled, which is going to play a huge factor in the mid-game. In the first couple of fights, it's going to be very hard for Snod.
What's the level 1, man? Like, at this point, this is looking real bad for Phoenix Assassins. It's just your support level 1. And on top of that, it's not like the carries are getting that much farm. Their cores in the mid, or rather bottom and top lane. TC's getting a decent amount. But in comparison, I don't know. This is Fire Blast coming in, Whitebeard getting caught out. Cold's going through. Oh, Faithful's going to fly, but that's first blood for Godlike. Cold Feet will connect on Godlike. He's getting low, but that's not going to latch him there for much longer. Look forward, they want this kill. He's literally the tankiest hero alive. He's got 8 armor, and he's tangling up. But here comes TC to secure the kill. And he is literally not unkillable. He will go down to Fluff, and that's going to get him a lot at least. He's going to get him up to level 2, almost level 3. And that actually gets some more gold going for Ush as well, which is very important early on in this game.
Top lane Ix Mike manned up into Illidan. They just kind of whacked each other for a little while, and then Ix Mike ran away.
Standard Ix Mike play getting down that Brewmaster. He's sitting here, he's foaming up. He's very low, he gets hit up with the snake, and he actually has to go back home. He's going to salve actually, just kidding. He doesn't need to go back home. He also has a bottle as well, so he'll try to get his Blake next because he doesn't need to go for arcanes, because he has that bottle. They're gonna try to go for a kill and stop on an Illidan, but he's gonna back up. And they have wards in this jungle, and it's a creep grip right now, and Ix Mike is making sure that Fluff doesn't get spotted here, but I think they have a feeling that he's probably somewhere in the vicinity.
Meanwhile, Anti-Mage gets disrupted on bottom lane, gets silenced afterwards, but it was just a little bit of harass. Ush this game did not skill Mana Break at all yet because of those images coming out from Shadow Demon. If you skill it up and you get silenced after disruption, you could be completely oomed and dead because you can't blink away.
Yeah, that's actually smart, I think. So.
Usually you'll see Anti-Mages get a magic stick. I say usually, but you don't really see Anti-Mages, and Anti-Mages against Shadow Demon at that. But you can get a magic stick, so you can get your mana back after you burn it off yourself, and you save a point to skill into Mana Break whenever you go for a kill. Which he did not do either. He put his extra point to his stats.
Oh boy, got left. Oh, they didn't spot him. They're looking for Illidan, and he's going to use his Mystic Snake. There's the Chilling Touch. Whitebeard gets obliterated by that one hit of the Mystic Snake. Coldfeet went through, didn't do anything there. There's the Fire Blast on Fluff. He's about to fall. Mike getting chased down by the Medusa. Fluff about to go down. Just the right clicks alone of Godlike. He will fall. Meanwhile, there's a skewer coming through. RP as well. Disruption. No! Oh, Mike. He will get away. VP.Polar with the misplay there. RP into the disruption. He tried to skewer afterwards. Some miscommunications from VP.Polar.
They wouldn't have gotten that kill regardless. RP doesn't last long enough for them to finish him off. but they would have forced out the Brewmaster ult, which is important by
Dire's
itself.
middle tower is under attack.
And they don't do either in that situation. They don't get the kill, they didn't force up the ult. The Ice Mike stays in the top lane. He gets more gold, he's up to 1,000 now, so... Rotation back mid towards TC. He's probably fine, he actually has a decent amount of farm. Wraithband, Bottle, Phase Boots, got 2 GG branches, which will probably turn into a wand here in just a moment. 38 last hits. Second most of the game behind. Phobos is sitting on 43 with free farm in the bottom lane. He'll have a pretty early blink. Regen is going to be picked by Scandal. He'll have RP in 68 seconds. So, again, it's just trying to create space for VP.Polar to get some items up on their course, especially when they do so. He's going to be going for him for yet again. Anti-Mage is sitting on what seems to be... he actually just has 450 gold in the bank. He's got a Coin Blade, Ruin Crossbow, and 4-man shield, so he can't even get in the lane right now. That's a problem.
Godblack's skill build is something to watch this game. Right now, he's level 4 with 2 points in his Fire Blast and Ignite. Gotta wait and see when he starts taking points in Bloodlust. He might start doing it at 8, 9, 10, and 12. Get his 4 points in Bloodlust, buff Medusa. That would be the choice I would make here, because they're really trying to buff up this Medusa with those hero picks.
Yeah,
you don't get too much out of Ignite later on in the game.
Just for the early GC sense, I think it's really nice here, and just the damage over time, but...
Yeah, 2 points is good. I wouldn't put more than that in it, though.
Well,
unless he starts getting crazy amounts of levels soon.
Which could happen, theoretically. I mean, you get a big RP coming through. I mean, they're trying to go on TC right now. Disruptor's going to fly, so Catcher's going to go as well. It looks like he's going to connect on the 3 unfortunately. TC, Fire Blast hits, he's going to get ignited as well. He's going to Melt Strike, they will use the big RP coming in from Scandal. TC does fall. Almost going to be killing Godlike, however, though. At least turning that around, so... Nice little play there just to get that kill. They, of course, were still teaching them how they get that kill out RP, I'm not sure, but at least they locked him down and they bring him down, so...
Good levels for their supports, getting the kill on them solo mid.
God, Fluff can't buy level right now, he's level 3 still.
Yep, the supports and stun need to get a kill somehow. But I don't see them killing Medusa, I don't see them killing the Magnus, and I definitely don't see them killing the Puck unless he farms with Illusory Orb. Which he hasn't been doing.
Godlike. I mean, he's got 8 armor, he's got 1,000 health at level 5.
Yeah, it's
he's
true.
Actually tanky as hell.
Yeah. It's a hard life for the Sna supports right now because of their laning decisions of, oh, we can't lane here this one.
That disruption actually saved him from the sidetrack. Odin is going to get brought down with the telekinesis, but still it doesn't matter. Buyback coming in, or no, I just heard the sound for whatever reason. Cycling up, that'll be Ogre. He's going to just get up in the air. Illidan's still very tanky with Mana Shield. Steals through. Steelman does not have RP, but Mike does not have his ultimate anymore. Lil's getting brought low, but it doesn't matter. There's going to be the Troop Pearl onto 2. TC going down as well. He falls to the Shockwave. Whitebeard, one right click. Phobos has his Illusory Orb in 1 second here, and he might go down. No, he stays alive. And they will trade 2 for 1 effectively. Scandal TC's back home. Nice fight going their way versus Polar. And again, they're starting to lead the way here. Back they go bottom. Scandal trying to fight up against Ush. He's just trying to sit and farm for his life, but he can't get anything done in this bottom lane.
Yeah, they don't want to let Ush have anything. He's been getting some farm in the jungle, but it's not much. Nyx is in a position where they had to try to force something and try to get a kill. Panda ult is their best utility for trying to team fight and get kills, and they just don't have the damage. It's not there for them. Their supports are too under leveled. They don't get enough out of their Panda, or he can't do enough by himself, I should say. And VP's able to counter that and take a good fight, killing off 2 of the cores of Sna.
Oh, that's a career they could just maybe kill. No, they decided to walk past it. They want to get a kill on a hero, and they're going to try and flip that position. I think this game wasn't hard enough for him. He gets blocked and trapped and directed. Will's going to get cold feet, it doesn't really matter.
They did an aggressive smoke to put pressure on Anti-Mage and get wards into the Radiant jungle so they can keep playing aggressively, and they just happen to find Fluff and stuff at the same time. Ush just blanked.
Yeah, he
Disruption's cooldown. Yeah, he's alive.
Yeah, so he's going to stay alive. I think Fire Blast off, they're not in range, but they're going to pressure this through in tower. They're doing such a good job of creating space for pretty much every hero on the map for Polar. I mean, even though Illidan is farming his jungle currently, now that he's his first sprint, that's not really an issue anymore. He doesn't have Swift Shot yet, obviously, like the last game, but still. This is getting very, very difficult for Sna very quickly.
Yes. They got out-strategized this game heavily in the early game by Godblack and VPP.
And now that's a blink dagger 12 minutes in for midnight scan last year. He was not all play. Not that it matters. I mean, there's already a blink on the clock anyway, so really isn't much of a difference there.
Yep.
It's actually kind of ridiculous. 75 last hits down for Medusa, so still getting back into it. Not quite what it had earlier, but still pretty good. They have the highest in net worth right now, the top 3 anyways, and CC. His involvement has been pretty minimal. I mean, that early team fight that you saw a minute ago really didn't pay off. They do have an ancient stack going, and he's going to maybe try to take this, but I don't know how much that's going to get him in terms of net worth and actual usefulness in these fights. It just feels like right now, Nyx Assassins are losing pretty much every single one of their lanes, and they don't have that late game carry to get them back into it. And not at least right now, because Medusa's also got that late game carry potential, and Illidan's getting up there, so.
They don't really have the greatest pick-off potential. They almost have a blink on, or they do have gold for the blink now on Ike's Mike, and Fluff is getting close to level 6. That'll help them out a bit.
That's
no bottom lane.
Skewer as well. Soul Catcher, he's gonna try to blink, but there's the Fire Blast. Nicely played. Easily done coming up from VP.Polar, so 1 RP, 1 kill. Good trade coming out from VP.Pro and Scandal.
There's more than enough pick-off potential on VPP, but Nyx can't really get anything going for themselves right now.
No, they really can't. I mean, they're just going to keep us shut down, and they're going to keep Illidan farming top lane, and then we'll just see a repeat of what happened in the last game, except to a much greater extent. You're not going to have any items for Nyx Assassins. You're not going to need to get a rapier from Medusa, I don't think, at least not as early as they did in the previous game, which wasn't really that early at all. But and Ike's Mike is really the only hero that can do anything at this point, and that's not much. And you talked about how they need other heroes to help him with that. There's no farm for White Beard for him to do any damage. They're not even close to eating that person's Ice Blast. Actually, he is level 5 now, which is, they've given him some room for experience, but it just feels like VP.Polar are in a situation where they're just out farming and out playing and sneaking Nyx Assassins at every turn.
And TC on the TA is going for a Yasha right now, so he's not trying to get a Blink or BKB or something to fight early with. So he's gonna have problems living in these fights.
And I think for VP.Polar, they can just play aggressively for the next couple of minutes because they are ahead by a bit. I'm not sure by how much, but it seems to be 5,000 net worth for VP.Polar. And experience-wise, it's about 4,000 as well, so they have this lead going their way. And I don't really know what to do here.
If you're Sna, your plan is to farm up on your heroes as much as you can, and hope that VP throws. That's kind of what it's at with how behind they are right now. I mean, if they do mess up in one fight, VPP, they'll give a lot back to Sna and put them right back in the game.
Absolutely, that's the crazy things with this patch. Although it was changed, obviously we talked about that a bit earlier, but that's still, there's a good chance that this changes. And
it's not like they're behind too far on things other than experience. They do have 6 now on Fluff, which helps out a lot, but their Rubik is still only level 4. Rubik is actually closer to Blink than he is to level 6. How crazy is that?
That's
from the passive gold gain.
But that actually, but without level 6, that doesn't give you that much. I mean, even having a Blink, it's nice, but
the Snot stack is getting ganked by VPP. That hurts.
Now they're gonna smoke up. Looking for Illidan. He has his Mystic Shield on, so he's gonna pop that up. And VP are just saying, okay, well, we have this tower we can take, or we can just go back and Illidan's probably gonna gank and maybe help him. Quick collapse, split going through, us gonna try to point on him, and he's gonna try to mana burn him down as much as possible. He's gonna have nice blast, plus command, but big RP onto 3, blink 4, there's gonna be a waiting lift. Now Fobo still going to work, TC getting low, they pop the invis, they bring down the Medusa, but how much is that going to really affect? Shockwave missed on TC, pops the invis burn, he's still alive, they're looking for more. Ike's Mike 88 is gonna get out, they have no skewer coming through. And a 2-for-1 trade does go, they can't connect on anybody, they lose Medusa, that's nice. They can't get anything else other than those 2 heroes, there's 2 supports coming up from Sna, so.
Yeah, that fight actually went pretty well for Sna. They have to commit everything if they want to kill, so they can't fight when VP TP's in reinforcements. That Invis rune saving TC is what made that fight good for them. They were able to kill off a core, and they only lost their 2 supports that are underleveled anyway. Underleveled, underfarmed.
Well played coming out from VP.Polar, but at the same time, Nyx Assassins is getting a pretty big kill there. TC stays alive, he runs away, he teaches out. And now it's just back to coming for Ush and the rest of the season against Assassin's Squad. He's play more with Perseverance, he's getting closer and closer to that battle period, which is going to be about 20 minutes in, but at least it's something. Will's getting chased down, Ice Blast is going to go, and that actually just kills him. The Ice Blast right click from Old Strike, just too much damage. Phobos is going to jump away. His blink wasn't ready to go, but he's going to get out when it was. Not like the top lane, he's going to fireball Mike. Mike doesn't have a split. Goblin's going to use Bloodlust on himself, and he's just going to walk out. And I think you're right, this is the build that he's doing for. He's going to get Bloodlust at the next couple of levels here. Meanwhile, Phobos gets like close. They grab the kill on White here. Scandal gets a kill on the bottom lane on Ush using the RP, I imagine. No, it's actually on cooldown. They just used the Skewer and Shockwave and power from Illidan.
Yeah, they had Ush just blinks in and man fights with Illidan, and he gets skewered, can't blink during it, and just dies to magic damage and right clicks from Illidan.
The crazy thing too is that you don't get that much damage because you do have Empower now on your Medusa, and it actually gives you so much. I mean, he's 103 plus 18 split shot on him, which is pretty nice. So
Radiant's bottom tower.
it's actually just ridiculous.
Medusa's edible might change a little bit this game because he does need to get an MKV for later on against Panda.
Drunken Haze and Drunken Caller are going to be pretty annoying to deal with, so. We'll have to see how things go here.
Another smoke from Sna, trying to fight around every time Panda ult is up, which it is right now. IX Mike on Panda just bought a Sobi mask, or Sage's mask rather, so he's going to be working towards a Vlad.
He's ready to go. He jumps in, he missed the snake. Oh, in trouble. The Ice Blast doesn't connect in terms of actual damage, but he can get it off with big RP. Looks like it's on the 4. What can they do with this Scandal? Going to work. Fluff gets brought low as well. Beautiful RP. TC's going to get brought down on top of it all. Big fight. Scandal with the RP going to work. IX Mike now going to get brought low as well. All the while, Ice is farming bottom, but it doesn't matter. They're going to lose the 4th hero. He's going to fall. IX Mike getting a Shockwave down. Scandal triple kill. And Magnus is real. Meanwhile, Phobos is going into Ush, and they almost got a 5th kill there. Oh, what a huge fight. Going the way of VP.Polar, and they are just making Sna work for this game. They are so far down right now after that engagement. My god.
Yeah, they didn't have the damage to bring down Illidan. Goblik was sitting there protecting him, and he actually stunned the TA as TA was running up to put a Melt Strike into Illidan. Delaying that made it so there's absolutely no way Medusa was going to die.
No. Looking at it right now. 20 minutes in. What do you do in this situation here if you're sneaking Nix Assassins? You talked about having them sit back and then farm up and then just trying to fight around, especially the Blue Master Ultimate, but they're trying to smoke up, they're trying to find kills, and it's really not working out for you. You're getting further and further behind, and then stuff like this happens. I don't even know if you needed the stream flow there, Phobos. I don't know if you needed that, but I mean, I guess it's fine to get the kill anyways. Yeah. So in this situation, what do you do here?
The map's pretty dark for Sna. They almost have their blink on Rubik, which is nice, but even if he steals RP, they don't have the damage. He just, yeah. Their anti-mage needs to have, like, Manta already on top of the battle period he just finished, but he doesn't. It's just harp game. Hope your enemies throw.
Right now, it's not so like they are. They're playing really well. We're just close ball. Seems to be thriving, especially on this Luxembourg server. 4-16, and I don't know. I mean, at some point in time, you're going to have to make a decision. I mean, you can keep trying to smoke here, but I think they just want us to get more from. He does have his battle free now, so that is at least a good sign. And this is maybe where it's a bit easier. They also have the blink on Rubik like you talked about. Again, Spell Steal, how important is it going to be in this game, though? We'll have to find out. RP is the biggest spell probably in the game to steal at this point. At least during your team's fight, so. Yeah, it's BKB done also some action. I mean, they're ready to play. I don't even know if they need that BKB either. It's not like he's really getting caught out with, you know, the way his offense has been going, so. Comes out of position after using Assassins and VP.Polar are ready to fight. They're going to try to push into this mid lane. TC is going to be pinked on here. Willow's looking for initiation. He can't find it. And he actually doesn't have any mobility items. He only has the strength of boots, obviously. And, well, now the tower's going to get pressured. They're actually just using Illidan as a pushing source here. He's going to come through and try to fight with them. Gotcha is going to be done here. A bit of alacrity put on him currently. He just actually needs some damn belts to get his finish that off. He's gonna go to town. I mean, he's got Empower. He's got a ton of damage. He also has Bloodlust as well, so...
And they've got 4 points into Disruption for him.
Blink, silence, Grim Call, Ice Mike, can they bring him low enough? BKB RP onto 2! Whitebeard's gonna fall as well, collateral damage. Lose Your Orb was stolen right before he died, so he just says, hey, at least I got something out of that, but no, not so much. They take the 2-1 tower.
And instead of going for 2, they decided to port Illidan bottom so Anti-Mage can't take a tower. They want to gold starve Nyx Assassins completely and not give them anything on the map.
It's actually just awful for Ush. He can't do anything in this game, it feels like. He's just like, oh guys, let me get something out of that. He has to go to the enemy team nations, which is sad. Nicely for him, but I don't know if they know that he's there. Not that it matters at this point. Check Roche, lose your overseas, AM. Yeah, no, Fulgus just walks away. Looks like he's gonna scout.
Nighttime vision?
Yeah, the nighttime vision actually helping us survive in that situation. He's sitting here without a TT scroll, so this is gonna put pressure on Surgery top and Surgery bottom tower. Lul's here with
He's
Medusa.
going for the courier kill right now. Anush, maybe? Nope.
Uh-oh. Disruption. Soul Catcher.
That follow-up though.
Poison. And not enough. He had plenty of mana for gold.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Gem up
attack.
on DK Phobos to just further cripple Sneaky Nyx Assassin.
Like, no. He's gonna have to RP. Yeah. RP now down. Ice Blast is gonna go. Scandal gets stunned up. Goblet gets hit up by that as well. But he's gonna try to TP out. He's already pretty low. And Phobos will get a kill down in the mid lane. That'll be on the Anti-Mage. Meanwhile, there's the Disruption TC coming in. He's going to try to TC out Demonic Purge. And they can't stop him from doing so. He makes that alive. And actually, Scale survives back in the well. His BKB helping him out enough there to stay alive against that Anti-Map Burst and Ice Blast. All the meanwhile, Illidan is in the bottom lane. Every single lane is just getting absolutely destroyed for Sneaky Nyx Assassins. They lose his Tier 2 tower down bottom. It's ridiculous.
Their heroes just couldn't do anything about that either.
Radiant's
They were
bottom tower is
committing
under
heroes to
attack.
mid after they lost Ush. They were trying to fight that. They were trying to farm up top, and Ix might use his ult up there so he can TP. They don't have a hero that can stand
Dire's
1v1
middle
against
tower
Medusa
is
really,
under attack.
and feel safe knowing that there's 2 points on VP.
Oh my god. This is just ridiculous for them now. It just feels like your heroes can't do anything, period. Heroes couldn't do anything in that situation. They can't do anything, period, now, man. There's only 4 kills across the map coming out for Sneaky Nyx Assassins. The Mantis style is now done for Illidan's Storm Rage. And there's, I think, no split for another, 40 seconds or so. They don't need to get Roshan, although they could. They're taking the last 2 in the mid lane. And all of a sudden the pressure is now on Sneaky Nyx Assassins to get something going, but it just feels like every fight that they're in, they can't get anything going. They can't get the jump on VP.Polar, and they're going to take out the tower here on the back end. It's pretty big aggression, so.
BKB's finished on TC, which is nice, but they still have RP that goes through that on VPP side.
Yeah. And the right click ability as well, that's the big. It's just like, well, I mean, how much is that going to do for you? Especially if he gets RP, they can get that pretty much entire combo off before he gets his BKB off, so.
Is under attack.
Fire Blast, there it goes. Multicast the 3 times, the skewer, they will bring him down. They had to work for that one, but they do get it. They're actually going to chase after Illidan. Mantis style is going to go. Soul Catch is going to fly. They're going to go. There's Medusa. Now the Promise Pool's going to go. Maybe they can bring down Illidan here. This could be big. Did pop his Manta on the split shot as well. Still getting chased down. Cyclone on Lilith. Dreamfall on the backside. That'll actually be on Whitebeard. It looks like he might get brought low and will get brought down in the back end. Illidan is going to fall though to TC. Finally getting involved. He gets a kill. A huge one. That a double kill for TC. He's doing some work. DK almost though on the backside gets a double kill. Skewer back out of TC. He's getting brought out. There's going to be Bell Strike doing some work. Godblack comes in. Fire Blast Ignite going in as well. Skewer. He's got the Aaron on top from winning. Rip TC about to fall and will. Triple kill for Publish. They might lose everybody. The split already called. There's GG. 0-2 coming out for Sneaky Nyx Assassins in the first game, the first day of Dota Pit Season 2. And VP.Polar on the back end of a fantastic Medusa pick. And a great draft from Godblack. Go up 2-0 to take the series nicely. They win their first map.
Yeah, the first game, Sneaky Nyx Assassins did the same picks that they did in 6.81, pretty much. They didn't really change anything. And VPP has been practicing a lot, and Godblack, the master of drafting, that he is, came out with something new in Medusa, and it worked fantastically for VPP. This second game, I think, can be summed up with Snog getting way too greedy and Goblock knowing how to punish that. Anti-Mage wasn't able to get anything. Their TA pick didn't accomplish a whole bunch, and just the supports from just everyone on VPP played really well and gave nothing to Snog.
They